Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bluegrass Planet Radio. I'm your host, DJ Delta Dawn, and we are a little bit delayed coming to you tonight, which I am so apologetic for. We were having some technical difficulties with our studio here. Couldn't get a connection, couldn't get anything. I mean, sometimes that's what happens with live radio. It just has a mind of its own. But in any event, we are very glad to be here with you this evening, and we have a wonderful band that is lined up that is going to be calling in momentarily. And I want to give you a little background on them while we are waiting for them to call in. And the band, what I love about them, and the reason why I'm so excited that they're here tonight is because they are from my home state of North Carolina, and they have been around since about January of 2002. So this year it makes, 12 years now that they have been on, the bluegrass scene, making great music. And they started when they were in their 20s. I remember when they hit the bluegrass scene here in North Carolina because they're local to where I am, sort of, not far. And I remember all their music was getting played on local radio like crazy, and they were just all the rage. And in the time that they have been together, they have done some very, very, phenomenal things, just some exciting things. And, it was just amazing how they just kind of came to be and evolved through the years with their musical style and their selections. And so what they do now is they have more emphasis on a band sound reminiscent back to the BG album band era, which helped to define a second generation of bluegrass. And they are now leveraging and showcasing the strengths of each member while collectively synergizing into a refreshing but familiar sound, which is powerful and in the pocket, as they say. And we are just so delighted tonight to be bringing to you a band here that I've been a fan of for quite some time. And without further ado, I am very proud to introduce to all of you Constant Change. Hello, guys.
Hey, Dawn, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
I can, and then some of the other guys are calling in as we speak, so hopefully they'll join us shortly.
I've got 3 of you on the line now. Who else have I got on the line?
Hey, this is Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm here too.
Zachary?
Yep, I'm here too.
Well, I just want to tell you, I apologize for it being a delay. I was having some major technical difficulties. For whatever reason, I could not get this system that I work with to cooperate. So it wouldn't connect, and I couldn't get connected. It was just crazy. But anyway, I'm glad that we finally got all the kinks worked out, and you guys were able to hold on for just a few so we could get this going. And thank you so very much. And a big shout-out to Laura Tate Ridge as well for kind of coordinating this and letting you guys know to be on standby for a few. I appreciate that so much.
No problem. Nobody ever has technical difficulties. I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? I know. Like, that never happens in the world of being a musician, does it?
No, never.
And, and live radio is a lot like playing live because it's unpredictable sometimes, and you don't ever know how it's going to go, like if something's not going to work when it's supposed to or when it's going to fail, and you think it's never going to, and then it does, and it's like, But nonetheless, I am so glad that you could be with me. And there's somebody else calling in. Let's see who else we got. Hello? Well, hello? Hi.
Hey.
Who have we got?
This is Brian.
Hey, Brian. How are you?
Good.
Well, it is so good to have you guys with us this evening. And I have to tell you, I have been a fan of yours for a long time, being that I was born and raised in North Carolina. I'm an Alamance County native, and I followed you. I am, and I followed you guys for quite some time on the bluegrass scene, out and about, and just love your music. I've loved you from day one.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
Oh, you're so very welcome. Now, I want you guys actually formed in January of 2002, which is about 12 years ago now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Can you believe it's been 12 years?
It's been a long time. Long time.
It's been a long time, but I can remember when you guys hit the scene, and I remember Buddy Michaels playing your music like crazy on his hometown festival every weekend, and to this day still does. And you guys have been such a hot commodity through the years, no doubt.
Well, we appreciate the compliment.
Well, it's well-deserved for sure. So now talk a little bit about you guys, because you've done so much in the world of bluegrass music. You're so well-loved. You've got fans all over the place. And talk about some of the things that have made constant change what it is today.
Well, I'd rather for the other guys put their input in, but I think, we're all about the same age except for Greg. Greg joined the band about a year ago, this January. Zach, he rejoined the band in October, I think it was October of the year before last. But now Zach was actually one of the original members. So, we was all about the same age, kind of grew up together, at festivals and stuff like that. Just picking at jam sessions and stuff. I don't know. That's about all. Really, it's just we love traditional music, old Flat and Scruggs and Monroe stuff, Stanley Brothers. I mean, we just all got that same feel. We all feel the same way about the music that we play. It ain't two people wanting to go one way and the other three wanting to go a different way. So we all got the same views and ideas, is music-wise. So that makes it a whole lot easier there. I hope that answered your question.
It did. And was there ever any doubt in your mind from day one that bluegrass was the genre that you would pursue musically?
Absolutely not. I was born and raised in it.
Well, I tell you, if you're born and raised in the state of North Carolina, it's hard not to be kind of cut your teeth on bluegrass in one way or another with all the great talent we've got right here in our state.
Right.
And, it's really hard not to go to, what used to be Bass Mountain, which is now Little John's, and kind of get your feet wet and you cut your teeth and just really get I remember the first time what really hooked me on bluegrass music was I went out to, what used to be Bass Mountain years ago.
Right.
And for the first time, and I was so drawn in by bluegrass music. I mean, I always had listened to it, I grew up around it, but until you see it played live and you see how talented, you guys and so many other artists like you are up there on that stage, and you can't fake bluegrass music. It is as real as it gets. I was blown away.
Right.
And I
we was practically, all of us was practically raised at Bass Mountain.
Yeah. I mean, I often tell people in this area, and I tell people, being on the radio and talking to people from all over the world, I say, you really haven't lived until you've gone to a bluegrass festival in Alamance County and just, took it all in. It's an experience like none other, to be honest, and it really is exciting. And from then on, I was hooked, and I've been a bluegrass fan ever since. And now, I mean, you guys haven't been together for 12 years. I mean, I'm sure you've seen changes in bluegrass music. And what do you think is one of the most prevalent changes that you've noticed? Because regardless of all the different styles of bluegrass that are coming into the mix now, there seems to be, no matter what, that common denominator of traditionalism. It's still kind of root-based. But what do you consider to be some of the changes?
Well, I think everybody is, they're always going to go back to your traditional stuff. But I think everybody wants to separate themselves with their own style. You don't want to get up there and hear every band do Your Love Is Like a Flower. I mean, Your Love Is Like a Flower, just like Flat and Scruggs did it. You want to, do it in your own way, but still sticking to the traditional stuff. I think that's a big thing. Everybody's just kind of trying to set themselves apart, and we do some, but we still pay respects to the, the ones that's been done it for years and we grew up listening to. So that's really that's about the only thing I can say for that. It's just people just trying to separate themselves out as constant change or third time out or dull off, and someone like that. I mean, we're not in their category, but by no means. But I'm just saying, they're setting their sound like they want it, and of course, musicians come and go. Now, whether that's got to do with the style of music and the type of music they're playing, that's to each his own. But I just think everybody tries to separate themselves out, just getting their own sound.
Yeah, that's so true. And, I love how, Bluegrass, no matter who performs it, whether it's you guys or some of those that you just named. And by the way, you are as good as those guys. And obviously people love you, because if they didn't, you still wouldn't be around making music and in demand. I'll just put that out there and let you guys do with it what you will. but seriously, I think that Bluegrass as a whole is, it's a familiar sound no matter who's performing it. But, what makes people know, well, that's a Constant Change song, is because of your sound, as opposed to Doyle Lawson or, Third Time Out or any other great bluegrass band out there. And it's that unique sound that is unique to you and your band and what you guys are doing. And I think every artist, no matter what genre of music, really strives for that, because you want that individualism, but yet remaining true to the genre itself, and that is I think so important in people being able to say, hey, yeah, I like that Constant Change in what they're doing, So I'm one of those that can say that. And in the time that you guys have been together, I mean, you've made all kinds of music, and you've put out some phenomenal songs. And as time has gone on, has there one that or two songs that you just absolutely love playing live over any other? I'm sure you've got a lot to your sets, but is there just one or two that you just, as a band, you just feel like you're just tight as a band and it's just a crowd pleaser and you just love it?
Well, that'd be hard to answer. That's kind of hard. I mean, we've all got favorite songs. We just, I don't know if Clifton or Laura told you, we just got done cutting a CD, and it's debuting. Actually, we're supposed to be getting them to either tomorrow or Friday. But we got some. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought somebody was calling in. But it's supposed to be debuting this weekend at our Bluegrass show on Saturday night. And there's several songs on that CD that we cut that we really fell in love with. We got my brother who plays the mandolin, he actually stepped up and started doing some more lead singing. He's got a really good song on there. And near about all of them songs, we just, once we worked them up and arranged them how we wanted them, I mean, they just, some of those are awesome. So as far as one song, now Clifton, he always does, the fiddle player, he always does Orange Blossom. The people love to hear him play that because he adds his own style in there. So they always love to hear him do that. But, as far as one song,
I was going to say, I think, Brian, too, is people pick out certain songs off of the different albums that we've done over the years that, for example, I go back to the Live from the Peppermill CD, that, everybody loves to hear certain songs, off of different CDs, all right, like that one, and then, Hills of Home, they'll pick out, for example, Long Lanky Woman, which, Brian sings. It's an old Osmond tune, wasn't real popular with the Osmond Brothers, but Brian dug it up, and everybody just loves it. And so they pick out certain ones off of the different CDs, and that's kind of been the way that, it's going with us.
And, if you've got something that works, it's just good to keep doing it. What they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. And
right.
and you guys have always stayed true to that. And you mentioned a second ago that you got a show coming up this weekend, and I have to talk to you about that because it's the Paramount Theater, for one thing, and for anyone that's from our area, we know how prestigious the Paramount Theater is. I mean, it's a long-standing tradition there, and they put on some awesome shows. But how is it that you guys, it seems like about every year or so, you guys go back and you're asked back, and how did that all happen for you? Because this has kind of become a tradition for you guys.
I'll take a stab at that. This is Clifton, and it's actually something that Bonnie Martin started when we started getting involved with her. And I think it's been going on about 8 years or so now. the first few years, you know, it was successful, and people had just kept asking us back, and we began to take it and kind of organize and you know, support the show as the band perspective on our own financially. I guess this will be the third or fourth year that we've done that. So it's now, you know, considered, you know, constant changes show that the crowd and fan base in that area come to expect every year, and we've been fortunate to have a great following, and we always look forward to it as a good kickoff for the year. So we've been very blessed to have a good following in that area of the state, and the Paramount Theater has done great to us, and all the people there's a lot of people that go in to help and put on that show. People don't realize what it takes to advertise and put on something like that. And there's just a lot of people, a lot of family and friends that go into making that show a success, and look forward to it every year to make it kind of kicking off the year.
Well, and, you know, it is one of those shows that you said it best, people really look forward to, and it's grown each year. I mean, it just gets bigger and bigger. And I tell you, if it gets too much bigger, guys, you might have to find a new venue that'll hold more people, because it's always sell out. It's packed. I mean, I saw it some years back, and I really would love to be able to have my schedule cleared so I can come Saturday night. I would love to come out and see you guys. It's been a little while since I've seen you live, but I have to tell you, it's one of those things that when you see you guys perform live one time, it's kind of like eating a Lay's potato chip. You can never do it once, right? You can never eat just once. So it's definitely one of those things you know, for anyone who's never experienced your music and seen your show, it's a real treat, indeed. And do you have, you know, I know as you do this year to year, do you always try to add new things to the mix of the show? Because you know you've got a lot of fans that will come out year after year. Do you try to mix it up a little bit or add something new? And I know this year you've got the new music from the brand new CD, so that'll be something exciting, I'm sure.
Yeah, this year we thought we've had people, you know, kind of soliciting what people want to see and what want to hear. You know, a lot of them are happy with just hearing us, but some of them, you know, want to give a little variety. And so this year, you know, last couple of years we did it just us. We always have special guests. So this year we're having some friends play along with us for one set, and the stationeers and their conglomeration of you know, people from different bands, Steve Martin, Allison Cohn, Rick LaFleur, Stephen Fraley, all very top-notch musicians in the mid-North Carolina State area, Piedmont area, that are coming together and kind of going to help us out there. So we're looking forward to having them. And like Brian said, too, you know, we're going to be kind of a pre-release, if you will, of the CD. We're still in working through a lot of the details. Actually, we can go ahead and announce it that we're with Blue Circle Records now, and they're backing us on this CD. This is on their label, and we're really happy to be affiliated with them and working out the details on finalizing everything for the CD to really hit and, you know, market it out nationally. So we're excited about what's in store. We've got a lot of work to do, but really thrilled about the good foundation that we're hopefully putting in place now.
Oh, congratulations, guys. That is such big news, and I feel honored that you just divulged that here on the show. But it's always exciting to release a new CD, but, man, you know, to be signed, and it's no telling where that's going to take you, as you know. I hope you're ready for that.
Well, you know, we were very careful, and everybody had a vote in this, right? With all the band, you know, we talked to other labels in the past and knew what it would take. We were careful in choosing this one, and, you know, obviously Tom and Dixie and Blue Circle are very reputable, and, you know, we thought that it was a good fit for what we wanted to do as a band and for what Blue Circle stands for as a record label in support of good music. So we think it's a good fit, and we look forward to seeing what comes of it.
Oh, I can't wait myself. I mean, it's a brand new year, and what better way to start a new year to have a new album coming out and also to sign with, a record label such as Blue Circle. I mean, they are so well known, and they've represented a lot of awesome bluegrass artists, and they are truly all about bluegrass, which is, all the sweeter when you think about what they are and what they represent. I think it's a great fit for you guys, without a doubt.
Yeah, we're very tickled about it.
Well, and what other great things have you guys got brewing? I mean, it seems like, man, your 2014 is already off to an incredible start. I can't even begin to imagine what the year is going to hold for you now with this big news.
Well, it took a little time to get the recording done. Like I said, we're looking forward to some of the festivals that we've got booked up this year, going into North Carolina and playing a lot in Georgia over the years. So we're looking forward, like I was saying, to establishing this relationship and then, utilizing the connections there, Blue Circle, and the reputation that it has to help expand our music and see what comes. Try to use it to benefit everyone. So.
Well, it sounds very exciting. I was visiting your website the other day, and I happened to notice, your tour dates are kind of filling up. You've got quite a few on the books, and you may very well get some more, and I hope that I can get out and see you guys some playing around, but especially this coming Saturday night, if I can get out to Paramount Theater, I'd love to do that. That is such a great show, and the thing I love about it is the fact that you guys are such a staple to this area, and to be playing in a place like the Paramount Theater, it's just become a tradition for you and for our, Alamance County as well, and I think that's awesome.
Well, thank you.
You're so very welcome. Well, I will not keep you guys any longer. I know that you've been very busy of late. You've got a lot going on, and of course, getting ready for the show on Saturday night. It's just a few days away now, and we certainly look forward to that. And we will definitely promote and play your music off of this new album, as much as possible to get it out there to the audience, our audience, and just let it be heard, because you guys are awesome. And I can vouch for the fact of having been a fan of yours for many years that anyone that's never heard your music, when they hear your music, they're going to be a fan, because it's just good stuff, plain and simple.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Well, you're so very welcome. Well, I hope to get out to see you this weekend, and if not, I will see you very soon. And best of luck to you with the new record and the new record label, and all the things that I know are going to be coming your way this year. Best wishes for much continued success, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, thank you,
for the opportunity to be on this show too, and thank you for being a fan. We appreciate all of our fans, but especially you. You certainly have kind of made us out to be probably more than we are, but we do appreciate you.
Oh, believe me, you are. I don't think you realize you just signed with a national record label. I think if you don't think you're big, just wait, and we'll have this conversation about a year from now. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Well, have a great rest of your week, and hope to see you Saturday. And best of luck. And we'd love to have you back anytime.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
All right. Take care and have a good evening.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We've been speaking with the guys from Constant Change, and what a great group of guys, by the way. As I said, I've been a fan for a long time, ever since they got started, and I've followed them through their career up to this point, and it's just so exciting to see that, they've signed with Blue Circle Records, which I'm telling you, go over there and visit BlueCircleRecords.com and just look at all of the great bluegrass talent that they've got on their label. It's incredible. Lots of well-known names, so this is going to serve them well, I feel sure. And if you want to visit the website for Constant Change, go to ConstantChangeBluegrassBand.com, and there you'll find the band bios for the guys. Brian, Clifton, Daniel, Greg, and Zachary, and a bio for the band itself, and just so much information. It's chock full. I mean, they are a great, great band, and you can also follow them on Facebook. They have a Facebook page. Just go there and like it, Constant Change Bluegrass Band also. And between the two, you can keep up with everywhere they're going to be and where they're going to be playing. And I'm telling you, if you've never heard them, you will hear them here momentarily. We're going to play a couple songs off of their brand new album, and we're playing them here on our show tonight. So we're so excited for that. And we want to give a huge shout out to Laura Ridge of Deep River Management, who helps manage those guys and who sent these tracks over to me a day or so ago. So I'm thrilled and stoked, and you will be too. And before we wrap tonight, just want to give a huge thank you to the guys from Constant Change for being our special guest, and many thanks to all of you for bearing with us as we work through our technical difficulties on the front end, and just hanging out until we were able to start our show. And if you're brand new to our program, welcome aboard. We're always glad to have you here, and brand new listeners, and you picked a great night to tune in for the first time, because those guys are awesome. And so before we close, I'm going to play a couple songs off of the new release. The first one will be Mountain Man, and followed by Rope. And this is the Bluegrass Planet Radio for the show. I am your host, DJ Delta Dawn. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Have a great night. God bless. And we'll be back here again with you very soon.
Born on top of a wildcat mountain, mother my grizzly bear. Tried to live like a big bad wildcat, spent all the childhood there. As a mountain man, mountain man, mountain man. Bears keep clothes in the cool camp, and rangy, dirty red beard. All high moon that 12-inch moving got one with you bound to be scared of the mountain man, mountain man, mountain man. He told me looking from the cup, he eats his bear meat raw. Being as a mountain myself like a polecat, nobody gives him a jaw. To a mountain man, mountain man, mountain man. He's always lived there, yes, he'll die there, nobody understands. Why he'll live there, why he'll die there, the high ground is the land of the mountain man, mountain man, mountain man. Part of my life, so I'm running always wrong just to make things right. But a man tried to rob me, and for that he had to pay. Just lying on the ground with nothing left to say. And I'm right here in this jailhouse, thinking of the days gone by. Hearing that hammering outside is enough to make me cry. Things I've said and done, that was on my part. I don't want to pay the price of the rope in a broken heart. love knowing they're my land. After I lie here in this jailhouse, thinking of the days gone by, hearing that hammer ring outside is enough to make me cry. Well, I know the things I've said and done, the bad news on my part. I don't want to pay the price of the rope and a broken heart. The days go by, hearing that hammer ring outside is enough to make me cry. I know the things I might said and done, bad news on my part. I don't want to pay the price of the rope and a broken heart.
You've been listening to Bluegrass Planet Radio. Find us on the web at bluegrassplanetradio.com, on Twitter at Bluegrass Planet, and on Facebook at Bluegrass Planet Radio. Thank you for joining us.